You wanna know the best way to find a deal on real estate? Find a fire sale. I got a text this morning trying to sell our 2 South Carolina parks, 74 lots, 61 homes. Firm price of $4.7 million. What the hell does he mean by firm? If you know anyone interested, send them our way. Well, guys, I know good and damn well I'm interested in that. Not at that price, but damn it, we can discuss that later. Let's go take a look. Hey, you ready to go? I got 2 mobile home parks to look at in Darlington.
Yeah, if we can go by Buc-ee's.
If you don't know what Buc-ee's is, it's a gas station on steroids.
It's a travel center.
I consider this more of a community than I do a park. You'll see what I mean in just a second. These guys have nice sized yards, a nice front yard and backyard there. This is a 58 lot community and it has 45 park owned homes. Riding through, we noticed 1 vacant lot. The rest of them have mobile homes on it. So that means we got 1 vacant lot that we can put another mobile home on for rent, and we got 12 people paying lot rent. One of the things you have to look at here, we got a lot of pine trees. So when you got a lot of pine trees, you're gonna have a lot of pine straw. Look on top of that roof. Pine straw and leaves can cause a lot of roof damage. You're either going to spend money on blowing the roofs off, or you're going to spend money on coming back, repairing the shingles and the ceilings. But there are a lot of trees. Look at them trees that close to the house, especially pine trees. Pine straw is also like gasoline, so you need to make sure these guys keep it raked up. And right now, don't nobody out here have this raked up. With all these trees as well, you have to worry about the septic tanks. Once the roots find the drain lines, it's over with. You might as well shut the whole system down and dig a new drain field. All right, this is something I do like about it. Speed bumps. Speed bumps are great for neighborhoods. Not so much for the car. We will also need to ensure that the older homes here are not our homes. You don't want somebody else's headache. You also have to worry about how many tenants are staying in each home. Look at all these cars in this yard. That can put a lot of stress on the septic system. Not to mention the wear and tear in the home. All right, one of the things we look at when we come to a mobile home park like this is how many vacancies. We can look around right now. You see all the blinds up? You know that's a vacant trailer. And look over here across the street, there's another vacancy. Down this one road, we done seen 4 vacant mobile homes. That's kind of scary. Then, like I say, on the next road over, there's a big old dumpster in the front yard. I'll show you that in a second. Right now, having these big, nice yards is great, as long as they're the ones cut the grass. Well, the owner was actually over there with the dumpster, and he explained some of the problems he's been having. He didn't outright say it, but he said several of those homes out there have been destroyed, and he's having to redo them. He actually brought 2 guys in from Mississippi that worked in the factory to repair some of these homes. I seen them unloading sheetrock whenever I was there. And like I say, when you're doing a mobile home, it's always that pre-finished sheetrock. It's got like a wallpaper coating on it. So that's kind of expensive. Easy to install, but kind of expensive to buy. Next up, he told me also that they actually take care of all the landscape. He said he's paying $650 every cut. Well, here in the South, every cut might mean every 10 days. And if it rains, it might be every 7 days. Also, he has to pay for the trash service. He didn't tell me how much that was, so I'm gonna have to investigate that myself. The next big thing, he said his rent's anywhere from $800 to $1,000. That tells me his rent's probably around $800 on everybody. I think the biggest negative about the whole bunch was the fact that he doesn't do background checks. I do background checks on all my clients. Let's go with the positive. He's got a great looking community. His lot rents are rent for $400 a month. That's crazy. I charge $200, so he's double my price. Another positive is that he's actually getting first month's rent plus 3 months deposit. That kind of explains why he's doing this at the time he is right now. Everybody's fixing to get their tax money back, so he's trying to get all these people out, get them fixed up, ready to go. Come January, he'll be ready to rent these things again, and he'll be able to get that tax money. That's all he's doing, just winding over that way. He also admitted that he's got a problem too with the pine straw, that he's having to have guys go out there and blow the roofs off every month. Part number 2, I'm really excited about that one. Can't wait for you to see that. But I'm really wondering if I can split these deals up. The seller's logic, he wanted to charge $30,000 per lot, $40,000 per mobile home. The problem is you can't sell them as individual lots. Now this here park here looks really, really nice. I consider this more of a part of the community because the lots are a little bit smaller. If you take a look. Also, you got to worry about that railroad track right there. I wonder how loud that is at night. Listen to that sound. That sounds like the smoke detector's going off the whole time. I bet this house here is vacant because all the blinds are pulled up. But it still looks like a brand new house. And see this right here? This is the sewer clean out. It's just filled up with dirt right now, but that tells you it does have sewer, not septic. Take a look down the road. Look at the street lights. Look at the trash cans. All that looks great. That's extra expense you're gonna have to pay on this. So we need to find out who pays it, how much it is. We also need to check about the yard work. Who cuts the grass? Check out the setup. I mean, this is perfect, other than the railroad track. And kind of smaller lots right here. But you can tell exactly how many homes, how many lots there are by looking at this mailbox. Kinda. Another thing to look at is the neighborhood around it. These are really nice homes. Some loud ass cars, but some nice ass homes. That underpinning might have held up a little bit better if it had done the 2x6 at the bottom the way I do mine. Also, it won't take a whole hell of a lot to fence in these yards with a fence in the back like that. Just come between the houses and put one down the middle. Not too bad though. It does gravel pads. You can change that little by little by adding concrete pads. Might get a little more rent out of it. This here really worked out good for him. Look at that. All these street lights, I love it. And all these homes are newer homes. I do hate coming up and seeing a private property sign in my windows there. I got a couple of mobile homes like that as well.
Why'd you say that?
I'm just thinking, what do they have to hide, or have they had some kind of issues in the past? I mean, what's going on? So he's got 16 homes out here at $800 a month. That'd be $12,800 a month. So he's hoping to get $1,120,000 out of this. Okay, now the important thing. Let's discuss numbers. He still ain't got all the numbers back to me yet. He told me he had another offer on the table. The other offer was $1.2 million shy. He's asking $4.7 million. So he had an offer of $3.5 million. On top of that $3.5 million, the guy wanted to give him a third down, which would be a little over $1 million down. And then he wanted the seller to actually finance the rest. The catch is he wanted the seller to finance the rest at a 0% interest rate. I don't know about you, but I'd go for that all day if I was the buyer. What we're looking at is that he's got 61 homes at $800 a month average, so that's going to be about $48,800 a month. And then he's got 12 lots at $400 a month rent. That's another $4,800 a month rent. So that brings it to a total of what? $53,600 a month income. That sounds pretty nice. Well, the problem is if you finance $4 million, it's on $4 million is going to be around $36,000 with an 8% interest rates where they're at right now. That don't leave a whole lot of meat on the bone when you got to pay taxes, insurance, the light bill, the grass cutting. I mean, there's just no meat left on the bone at all. So if this guy's willing to take around $3.5 million for it, I might be all in on that. But otherwise, this is a deal breaker. These are just some of the things you look at before you buy a property. After we charge the car, we'll take a look at the drone footage from our other subdivision. It's hard to believe how nice it's turned out. This is my mobile home park. It's about an hour and 45 minutes from us. We have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to this one. The other one I showed you was 2 hours. The next one's 2.5 hours. I don't mind traveling a little bit to get me a deal. I finally decided to fly my drone. That's 44 lots. That's 44 park-owned mobile homes. They bring in about $44,500 a month. That's not debt-free. I owe about $2.4 million on that. That cost about $16,000 a month. But if I use all the profits towards the payments, I should have this thing paid off within 5 years. Since we are still building and selling a few homes a year, we are living off the construction income. So we're not dependent upon the rental income at all. So it's very much possible we could have this paid off within 5 years. There's nothing wrong with working for the money, as long as your money's working for you.